Hey guys, True Grit Scott, Bulletproof Saws and BlueSaws.com. I got the 2511 clones and Echo 2511, and we'll give them all a run. I got a little tiny piece of maple here, and I actually threw the bar and chain on one of the modded clones. So I guess we'll start with that, and then go maybe to the Echo. And then this one, I think I went too far on the timing advance on. I'm curious how it's going to perform. I don't know how to explain it. I couldn't tell you in degrees, but I went less degrees on these, and I think that, intuitively, I think that's the right thing to do, but I could be wrong, so we could test both. Crazy amount of timing advance, lesser amount of timing advance, and see which works better. Same mods on the saws. Don't know what else to say. I'll move these out of the way, pause you guys, start this up, make 2-3 cuts, make 2-3 cuts, make 2-3 cuts. Nothing that interesting, just out of curiosity. And again, the Echo's a stock saw, and the next thing I'll probably do is start doing mods to this Echo. It's brand new out of the box, never been in wood, so we'll see what this does. Alright, we'll throw the bar in the Echo. I'll tell you what, the Echo's real quiet. It's nice and smooth, and again, here's where we get into, guys, where the sound of the muff modded saws, it makes you feel, I think I feel a lot more throttle response, and I think I feel more power, but I'm not going to know till I watch the video. They were probably within seconds of each other. I think the other saw was faster. I'm not saying it's a better saw. I'm just saying with a couple mods, it's faster than an Echo in stock form. And then I'm gonna have to mod the Echo. I'll put on one of our muffler mod ones, and I'll do a couple things to this, and we'll see. I'm not trying to say one saw is better than the other saw. It kind of depends on what you need, what you're doing, and these are top of the line, guys. It doesn't get any better in a 6-pound saw than an Echo. However, there's other options depending on what your wallet looks like. I'm gonna get the last saw where I think I went too far with the timing advance and just see if that's anywhere in the ballpark with these two. All right, last one. I don't know, guys. Maybe that's not too much timing advance. It felt good. And, you know, as I'm cutting here with the little dinky saw, which I find to be, doing it like this and in the position I'm in is a little bit awkward. But, what I try to do is, you know, I'm balancing how much pressure I'm giving each saw versus, you know, slowing down the chain, or am I better with less pressure, more chain speed, and going back and forth to do whatever I think in that cut is going to get me through the wood the fastest. I just want the best time that I can make it have, you know, with it. And I probably should test that, because I don't know if pressure and slowing down chain speed gives you more than just letting her spin and eat on her own and keeping the chain speed up. And I'm not real sure. I tend to dog in a lot when I cut. It's just the way that I cut, and I know some guys just set it on there and let them eat. So it depends on your style of cutting too. And I think that this is something that, you know, you start getting into this as you're coming down a tree, whether you're in a bucket or you're climbing. You know, maybe you're going to use this small of a saw, maybe you're going to move to a 200T with a little more bar and a little more power. Or maybe you're going to get something like a 170, or, you know, there's a bunch of different options that guys use depending on where they are and what they're doing. For little saws, I like these real well. I'm impressed with these clone 2511s. I think that they run good for what they are. I'm pretty sure I could fit them. You know, if I took the bar and chain off, I could throw it in the bag on the back of my quad. I don't do a lot of trail riding anymore, but it'd be nice to have that sitting right in the back on your quad or in your side-by-side or whatever it is. They're handy little saws, and I find I do grab these little saws trimming up saplings, trimming this, trimming that. I do grab these little saws an awful lot. I like having them around, and before that it was the Zenowa clones, and I like them real well. I like the 2500 or the 200Ts quite a bit. I have a Husky 540 up there that I probably need to sell because I don't use it, but I actually like that 540 XP. It had way more power than I expected out of a Husky top handle, and it's a nice saw. So it depends. We play with a lot of different ones for a 6-pound saw, and I joke with people, I think you could almost put this on a keychain and keep it in your pocket. No, it's not really that small, but they're dinky little saws, and I figured we could almost bury a 12-inch bar in that. You know, it's an 8-inch piece of wood or whatever it is, and, you know, get an idea. It was a brand new chain, so all three got the brand new chain in a clean piece of maple. And I'll see the times, and I'll see what kind of tweaking we want to do, because maybe I was wrong with the timing advance, and maybe I do want that much timing advance, but that's also going to be longer term testing over time. I'm going to have a couple of these that I keep around more timing, less timing, and see what the results are after, you know, 1 month, 6 months, a year, and go from there on this stuff. And I'll tune up the Echo, the OEM Echo, and maybe do some mods to that. Maybe I'll just drain it, put it back in the box, and know it has 3 cuts on it, and I have a brand new 2511 sitting there if I ever need it. I think that's it on this. I got saws to get out the door, so this was a little bit of a recreation time, just messing with them because I was anxious to see how we did on our mods. True Grit Scott, Bulletproof Saws and BlueSaws.com. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, fellas.